Right, welcome back to another video. In this video, we'll be looking into the monitoring and reporting. Since we have generated some of the traffic, you can see that some traffic has been generated over here. So it's in the status now. I will go to back to my network. So this is your dashboard where you can see the what's going on quickly before you access any other things. It's like have a quick access on everything what you need to know before you proceed with some of the actions or something. You see that what are the top application we have browsed so far, clients, risk, vendors. We have a PC and Cisco iOS, and also the operating system. What I'm using this Firefox is a Linux one, so you can see Android or Chromium, and traffic by application, and these are all the status which you will be getting. Okay, so now let's look into the monitoring and reporting. So I will go here to the settings, and here you have the health. First one is the health. If I go to the monitoring, so let's see what are the options in the health one. So health means it will provide you the details of your appliance. You can see that for my FMC it is having only one critical one, so that's the URL filtering registration fail, right? So it will show you the different health issues over here. So next one is the policy. If you remember when we deployed the FTD or add the FTD, for both FMC and FTD, it will deploy a default health policy. So this is the default health policy. You can see that two appliances, it has applied to two appliances, FMC and FTD. So if I edit this one, let's see what are the different options in this one. Right, so now you can see that policy runtime AMP for endpoint. So basically what it's showing is that what is the status of your hardware or something, what's happening with your hardware. If I click on CPU usage, you see that a policy is being defined. Whenever the CPU usage reaches to 90%, it should show me a critical warning, and when it is 80%, it should show me the warning. So it will give you an alert over there. Right, so if it's FMC is in cluster or something, you can check it over here. Disk usage or say status is enabled. By default, it is tracking all these attributes in your FMC and FTD, both of them. So these are the different attributes on the left hand side it is been tracking. So if you like, if I go back to my policy, if you like, you can create your own health policy and you can define manually what should be, what are the things you are interested in. But basically, the default one should be more than enough for you. So I go to the next one, that's the event. So it will generate the event and it will also keep track of the events in this one. It will monitor the events. So these are the different events. So these are the different categories now. So what I can do, I can just click on like memory usage. So it will show me that different messages have been generated under that category, memory usage. Said these are the different messages which has been generated. So I have a 2 pages over here. So like this, if you remember, there are many more. So this is how you will go one by one and you can check what's going on over there. So if you like, I think you can also export that one. So let's have a look. See that health policy, health monitor I have created, and these are the different categories on the left hand side. So if you click on one of these, it will show you more details about that one. Right. So, and if you remember all these options which I've already seen in the health and monitoring policy. So now if I go back here, I can see the blacklist now. Now, if you remember, I have two devices added over here. So for example, if I want to make one of the device as a blacklisted because that has been a compromise or something for a temporary, I can just select it and I can just make that as a blacklisted device. And if once that compromisation has been cleared, I can just click on clear blacklist on the selected device and it will be on board on the network. And if I go to next, monitoring the alerts, for now the alerts have been generated under the health. We have seen the different options and all those things, but there are no alerts on that one. So if you want to create the alerts, you can select the categories over here and push it over here and it will provide you the notification over here on this one, health. it will provide you over here the alerts. Now coming to the monitoring, auditing. So auditing is very simple, like what you have done, what you have clicked, everything will be audited over here. So if you see that system health monitoring alert, so I have clicked that one, so it has been registered. So what you do, every single click will be registered over here. So you have to be careful what actions you do, you have to accept that one. And next syslog. So these are the syslog messages which have been generated. You see that 795 pages are there. So if you like, you can go through that one. And if I go to my statistics, and now for by default it is showing me the firewall, what is the status of my firewall over here. Okay, how much hard disk has been used, how much RAM has been used, what is the disk usage, and all those things. So if I click on FTD now, select device, and it will show me the status of my FTD device. So this is the status of my FTD device. You can see that 54.57% of RAM is being used in my FTD. Right. If I go back here now, backup and restore. So by default, backup and restore are stored in the particular directory, that is var, sf, and backup. And you can see that disk usage is already 6% until now. So we are doing just a practice. It's almost like out of 240%, 240 GB, 6% is being used until now. So now if this is the backup of the management, if you want to manage device backup or upload backup or firepower management backup, you can go ahead and create yourself. If I want to create a backup profile, for example, I want to go ahead with a particular, not only the config one, I want to create another one. So by default, configuration will be backed up. So if you click on create profile over here, you have an option to create a backup your events, copy when complete. So you have an option to do that one too. Next, scheduling. So you can check your schedule. By default, for every week, one day will be the backup of the configuration, another day of the week will be the backup for like software download. So you can see that weekly configuration only backup and weekly software downloads on weekends. So it says that today is 13, but actually it's 14th. So today is the weekly software download. So it will check for the downloads on the with Cisco, and it will automatically download. If I go back to my import and export, for example, now this FMC, you have exported the configuration and you want to import the same configuration in the another FMC. So these are the different things. So this FMC, if you, for example, you want to upload the configuration, click on upload package and you can upload the configuration. Or for example, I want this policy to be exported so that I can import it into my another FMC. I will just click on that one. So these are the different options over here for you. And once I select that one and click on export, it will export you that file and you can just import in your another FMC. So that's how you import and export that one. So that's all with the monitoring and reporting. And one more thing is the policy one. In the policy, you have the actions over here. You see that alerts, scanner, groups, modules, and inserts. So alerts is the one. So by default, everything will be generating the alerts and all those things with respect to the policy over here. So this is another monitoring system within a policy. So alerts, we do not have anything for now. It will just show you the notification when once something happens. For example, if there is an intrusion happening, we already applied the intrusion policy, and intrusion is happening, and you want that intrusion event to be emailed, you can go ahead and click on this option, and you can provide the from address to address, and click on save. If you have add the advanced malware protection, then you can go ahead and click on this option, and you can select where to send those notifications. So I think you have three options over here for syslog, email, or SNMP. You can go ahead and create a new syslog one, and you can add a syslog or SMP or SNMP or email over here. And whenever the alert event has been generated or something suspicious happen, it will just notify you via this alerts. So discovery events is like whenever the new host is been added to the network and it has been discovered by the FTD, and FMC will provide you that notification too for whatever the options you like. You see that these are the different options. You can select it over here, what kind of options you want. syslog notification, what kind of notification you want to select, you can select it over here. Right, so once you have add those things, it will enable all the options, and you can just check on that what kind of discovery you want to get a notification or alerts. You can go ahead and you can get the alerts. Right, so now if I go back to my overview and dashboard, right, so if I go back to my status over here, I can see the status of my FMC directly from here. So instead of going from the settings option, I can just click on the status over here. I can see the all the information which we have seen. Right, so you see that admin has been logged on, what is the IP address, how many CPUs are there, how much RAM is being used, and everything, as all the details will be seen over here. Right, so now overview and reporting. This is a reporting one. So now that we know that alerts have been generated, how to monitor things and all those things, by default the reports are being generated. So this is the directory where the reports will be saved. And if you want to create your own custom made reports, you can go to the reports templates and create your own custom report. So you have an option to create a report template here. You can just create a report template form. So by default, there are some of them have been developed for you. You can just go ahead, and if you see that export, you have an option to export. You can just go ahead and export that one. Right. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next video.